Hello everyone and welcome to this video channel. Today we are going to learn class 4 EVS chapter number 10, who to do. Actually it is just the name of a game. It is just like Kabaddi. In Andhra Pradesh, Kabaddi is known as who to do. So, class 4 students, let's try to learn chapter number 10, who to do. At the very beginning of this chapter, a picture is shown. Some of the children, they are playing who to do. Here is some presentation is there. Let's try to read out. Who to do. Out. All the girls on one side shouted loudly. Who to do. Hold from here. Who to do. Hold from the leg. The leg. Hold her leg. Who to do. Basudha, you come here. You hold her from here. Hey, make sure that Shamala's hand does not touch the line. Hold her hand. Who to do. Oh, she has touched it. Out. All out. Ho. Your team is all out. So these are what about the game that is called Kabaddi, or it is also known as who to do in Andhra Pradesh. So these are when the players play this game, they say in this way. So these are what about the words they are talking when we are playing. So in order to understand fully, I will say in Manipuri also. Class 4 EVS chapter number 10, who to do hariba chapter si koina Kabaddi hariba masana siga mari leinaba adugumba chapter amani. Hariba game who to do hariba si Andhra Pradesh da sumna khangnai adubu koi shidati ko koina Kabaddi haragasu koina khangnai. So in the next page, let's try to learn. At the very beginning of this next page, some of the players, they try to caught this player. So they will have two teams. One member of the one team will try to catch the member of other team. So here let's try to read all this thing. What are these girls doing? They are shouting out. It is clear that they are playing a game. What are these girls doing? These girls are playing this game that is who to do. They are shouting out. And it is clear that they are playing a game. So, makoina game just hanring matamda makoina lauba makoina ngangbaduni ko sida min toribase. So, what do you call this game? Masi game si kari kauboge. Sedu gudu. Who to do. Su kit, ha do, or Kabaddi, or something else. So the name of this Kabaddi is known as Sedugudu. Who to do, Su kit, ha do, or Kabaddi, or something else. Hariba game si koina sedu gudu, hututu, su kit kit, hadudu, or kabadi. Or atopa maming amadasu koina dum khangnei hariba makhalgi game si ko. Aduna koi shaidadi koina dum kabadi harga dum khangnare ko. When 6 girls surrounded Shamala and caught her, everyone thought that she was out. Somebody caught her legs and somebody her arms, while one girl caught her by the waist. But Shamala was not the one to give up. She dragged herself and managed to touch the line in the center. So, while playing this game, when 6 girls surrounded Shamala, Shamala is the name of a player. Player amagi maming ni sida Shamala hariba si ko. Aduna Shamala hariba player si atopa team amagi player ni hariba team sina atopa team amada sangjalaga ko. Mana kabadi masana sanaba matamda ko mahak Pananaba topa team gi members in the phone ko. So and caught her everyone thought that she was out. Ko mi khudimon mahak out oire maj phagre na khanarame. But somebody caught her legs ko khara mana mai makhong da phai and somebody her arm khara mana mai pambom da. And while one girl caught her by the waist, topa girl amana magi waist adi mai khwang da phazalaga thame. But Shamala was not the one to give up. And she dragged herself and managed to touch the line in the center. Adana mahakse mayamna farga zuma tuminali thomde adu mahakna ngasagi center da leiba line do mana songna ba na mana yoksana ba honarame. When Shamala touched the line, all the girls of the opposite team we are holding her. Samalana masagi line do touch tawnaba honaba matamda atopa opposite team the yoriba girl singdo madusu magi masada loina phabani na mongonda loina yawri. So all of them got out. Samalana masagi line je hek touch tawba matamda mongonda soiba mabu phabada yawriba atopa team gi players singdu loinamok out oigadoine. But Rosie argued that Shamala had taken a breath in between, so the team was not out. Sing matang sida sai Rosie hariba topa team gi players sina Shamala da sai ki ko ma argument away kamam di kaino atunda mana line je touch tawna hona bada ma je sure holy haidan ko aduna. So the team was not out. Hogi team ji out oiroi haidan ko argumentary. Then Shamala insisted that this was not true. Shamala na harami madudi masi sumbanati ma maraktu da so hon kibanati haidan. She said that if she had taken a breath, why did the girls keep holding her? Mana sor hondana leramagadi kadawagitamakta atopa girls induna mabu hold tawdoino. There was a big argument. And finally, Shamala won. Shamala mai pai. So these are what about the game. So in the next page, let's continue. In the next page, here we can see some of the questions. Let's see. When you play kabaddi, how many players do you have in a team? This is very interesting question. So, when you play kabaddi, how many players do you have in a team? So, generally, there are 12 players in each team, and 7 players play on the ground at a time, while 5 are in substitutes. Next question, how many players got out when Shamala touched the line? how many players got out when Shamala touched the line. So here when Shamala touched the line, say 6 players got out. 6 players got out. And next question, do you have ways to resolve disputes in games? Do you have ways to resolve disputes in games? So disputes in games, particularly disputes in games can be resolved in the following ways. So point number 1, we can say the referee should properly explain the rules of games if any player violates it while playing. Haibadi sanaba matamda akoina karigumba chenaba thokpa matamda ko madu resolve tonaba tashinanabagi nangi oiba kari leige haibani question se aduna ihan hanbada akoina disputes in games ta che naba thokpa si akoina resolve to boyai hanba point da sagi referee jina properly explain to whatever rule of the game jigi rules aduga any of the players in a game si violate torpa matamda mahakna madu explain to whatever. And point number 2, the referee should be attentive and keep a check on the moves of the players so that disputes can be resolved easily. This means referee sina yamna attentive oiba haibadi mase puning changna munna yengadabani haibani aduga asagi sanariba players sing sigi magi movement sing si amna phajana check tawba ko adu itaragadi asagi any dispute thokpa matamda iralaina solve tawba ngamani. And point number 3, the players should try to maintain discipline while playing and should follow the rules of the game ko. Point number 3 na haribasi kaino haibada players sing china any game ama sanaba matamda they should maintain discipline is ngakadabani ko natragadi makoina discipline gi wangmada sanaragadi any dispute tholpa yai ko. So now let's continue hojik makhamu sathatsi the game of kabaddi, how the game of kabaddi is played. Let's see. This is what a game of kabaddi is like: pushing and pulling, screaming and shouting, dragging and falling on the ground. It is a rough game, yet it has many rules. So here what it says, the game of kabaddi. So this is what a game of kabaddi is like. Game of kabaddi ga yamna mani hariba hu tutu hariba game of kabaddi ni ko. Aduna sida pushing and pulling habidi inba amadi chingba, and screaming and shouting lauba, dragging sitna satpa, aduga falling on the ground the tuba hariba singsi loineba hariba game sida ko. It is lots of fun and lots of exercise. Holding your breath while running and continuously saying kabaddi kabaddi, and also trying to touch the players of the opposite team. So many things to do in kabaddi. You can do this as long as you can hold your breath. So here it means lot of fun ko yamna nungaiba du yamna noningba dugumba game ni. Here lots of exercise yamna sangba adugo holding your breath while running and continuously saying kabaddi 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 ko akoina sorje full loina phajana honjalaga koina leptana kabaddi 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 haibasi dum hairaga atopa team gi players singche koina touch tawraga chelaga central line si sokpa matamda touch tawramba atopa team gi players tu ma se out oiba hadana adamaina sanaba game amani ko. Aduna many things to do in kabaddi the things ko mayama koi tawi. So you can do this as long as you can hold your breath. Aduna hariba kabaddi haibasi koina asai honjingiba sor sina kabaddi haiba matamda koi satkibase mase koina kyabu sangna haiba ngambage haibado dugi shakti dugi matungina koina haigadoribin. Next, let's continue. You need to use both your body and mind in this game. You have to use your strength to pull or stop the players. At the same time, you have to think about how to enter the other side. You have to decide whom to touch quickly and come back. If you get caught, then how do you reach the line in the center? So, you need to use both your body and mind. Hariba kabaddi hariba game si sanabada nakoina nakogi body and mind nakogi body gi strength amadi wakhal loksing si changi aduna hariba game si ko akoina player sing sina sanaba matamda kogi at the same time atopa team gi player do koina touch tawraga so ba matamda kogi mayagi center gi line si kumaina yogda gi haina khalaga center line ji yawna bo hona bosini ko yana maru oiba ma oiba se so hariba sing si koini isana loksing tawraga amadi pangal puthoga hariba center line si yawna na ba koi chalkadori bune ba adu atopa team gi player sing gi side se koini kumaina enter tawgani haiba si su koini yamna singna changba ma changi. Okay, next page number 70, 80IT, let's see. Here, in this page, try to hold your breath and keep saying kabaddi kabaddi. How many times could you say it? Nang sor sang nam tang holaga honjalaga nang kabaddi 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 haibasi kyam kuina sang haiba ngambagi yengo haiban. How many times can you say it? Nang musi kya haiba ngami while you are playing kabaddi. Nang na kabaddi sanenge matamda haibasi kyam sang haiba ngambagi. And is there any difference? Kanava leibra haiban. So now let's continue. Next time when you play kabaddi, focus your attention on your legs, arms and eyes. You will notice that good coordination is required between eyes, legs and arms. So here, in the next time, nakoina kabaddi haiba game si sanaba matamda nakoina main oina tawgadaba si kaino haiba matamda you have to focus your attention. Nang puning changa ko nangi legs, khong, arms and eyes, khong, the khut amadi mitche amna singba changyo. You will notice that good coordination is required between eyes, legs and arm. Mit khut amadi khong che masi amna coordination changi ko masini sila haibse. So make a picture in your notebook to show how Samala managed to get the entire opposing team out in one go. Sida haisi picture ama ulo haibani. Nangi notebook ta picture ma yo Samala na kamai tawdana magi entire haibadi opposing team gi apunba player sing se amuktang mana chatpada loina out oheli si kamai na no haibani. Ko adudi mamangi textbook ki sida ulaga leire ko mamangi textbook page number 78 sida ulaga leire sigi picture si nangi notebook ta yekpa mathau tai ko question jigi matungina si yekpa tare. Next question makhai question je mu yengsi. The next question makhai question na hai si kai hanu yengsi. What does it mean to be out in games? When does one gets out in kabaddi? Ko question na hai si yengsi game the out oiba hai si karino haibani. And when does one get out in kabaddi? Kabaddi da kana gumba ama out oiba hai si karma matamda oibage haibani. Ko so the answer for this question hariba question si ki answer si koina asumna piba yai madudi when a player loses its turn and cannot play the same game again, he is said to be out. And a player gets out in kabaddi when he or she loses his or her breath while playing game or in caught by the players of the opposite team. This means haibadi player amana ko magi turn je leitraba mangaba and cannot play the same game haiba game je sanaba ngamdraba adu egadi player dugi team sing the out way hairani. And atopa amana a player gets out in kabaddi da player ama out way haigani krama matamda he or she loses his or her breath haibadi mahakna kabaddi haraga satpa matamda mara marakta tatlaga sor hon lagadi madu akoina maji game je out oire and haigani ko. Next, in some games it is very important to touch the player. For example, in the game of Coco, you get out when someone touches you. You also get your turn by someone's touch. Name some games in which it is very important to touch the players. So, for this question, can you say the name of some games in which it is very important to touch the players? Say, we can say some of the games like kabaddi, then blind man's buff, heads up, 7 up, then red light, green light, etc. Hariba game singchi akoina maming panba yai adubu aina hariba sina taba nakoina piningba answer leriba su dum piba yai ko. Okay, next question. In kabaddi, the entire team was out because Samela had touched the line. What are some other games in which the central line is very important? Central line si am important oiba atopa maruadba game sing kari leibage na haibani sida haribasi haibadi atopa team gi players sing chi suraga central line da test toraga di suriba atopa team gi players sing to out oidini ko. The question haribasi what are the some other games in which the central line is very important? Central line am maruiba game sing chi kari no na haibani ko. As now we can say the central line is very important in games such as say tug of war ko coin thori sing ne bi hariba tug of war and dog and the bone hariba makalki game sing sida su coin central line si am na maru oi ko. What are the games in which besides the players you have to touch some things or colors? Sida question among sung later. What are the games in which besides the player katanatana you have to touch some things or color? Kayuma por khara natagana kayuma color khara touch togadaba game sing do kari no haibani ko. So here you can say some of the games in which we have to touch some things or colors are say lemon race, grab and take, what is the time, Mr. Wolf, then farmer, and can we touch you, golden river, hariba makalgi game singchida akoina color or something touch the makalgi game ni. So for today ngasigidi saisida losilasi. In the next class let's meet again. For today let's stop here. Bye.